Welcome back. Today I have two palettes that I picked out last month to use because they were in my 25 neglected palettes that in my collection that I just don't use. And so I wanted to just tell you about how it went over that period of time. I'm going to start with a failure. And the failure is this Profusion Citrine. And it isn't a formula failure and it isn't a brand failure. It is a color theory story failure. And by that I mean I just didn't have any desire to use this. When every day I would look at it and I just didn't feel it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So this palette has been in my collection for over 5 years, and in the 5 years I haven't used it much. There is a dip in the color Tea. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, the dip. And then there is a little dip in the color Safari. Other than that, I'm just not drawn to the colors. The yellows are certainly way too bright. And the oranges, I don't know. I'm just not certain why I haven't pulled for this. And then, looking at it the last 30 days, 25, 20, whatever days that I pulled it, it just didn't speak to me. And so it's a failure. I didn't use it. My challenge to myself was to use it, each shade in the palette. And it's a complete failure. So then I have to decide, do I want to declutter it completely out of my collection or try to use it this upcoming 30 days, or just put it back and revisit it. And that's probably what I'm going to do because I'm just not ready to get rid of it in its entirety. Like get rid of it, throw it away, because that's what I would do. I know that I don't have anyone in my life that would want it. And after 5 years, I know I wouldn't feel comfortable giving it away to an organization or something like that. This is going to be thrown away, and maybe that's why I'm hesitant. So for now, I'm just going to put this aside, and I'm going to talk about my other one, which is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Lights Out. Now, I like the name Lights Out. I think that's a very clever name. And then I like the color story. It's a dark. The lid is broken. It's a plastic packaging. It's a dark color story, which then is like, yeah, lights out. And then in the 80s there was a song that kind of like said lights out, and whatever, and so that kind of like draws me in too. So I was again supposed to use these 10 shades at least once over the last 25-30 days, and again, it's a failure because I didn't use all of them. I really only used 4. So how do I feel this project is going? Not so well, but on the other hand, it's going well because I'm learning more about myself. Okay, so what the colors that I didn't use would be the black, the deep green, the deep brown, the shimmer brown, the gray, this gray, charcoal gray, that's matte with sparkles, matte with sparkles. It's not a sparkle, it's not a shimmer, it just has sparkles in it. And then a dark gray silver. So those 6 shades I didn't use. So that's over half the palette. So then the 4 shades that I did use, this gray matte, where am I? This gray matte, it was pretty. I'm almost threw it down. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. A gray matte. Then this gray shimmer, and then this is like a gray topper, And then this corner shade is a champagne shimmer. Okay, love them all and use them all, and know that I can use these in combination with or in conjunction with other palettes in my collection. And as a failure of not using all of the shades, it comes down to that I was having a rough, at least the since May 1st, it's been rough, really hard, a really hard 15 days, like, ugh. And so I pulled for comfort palettes, which are like my favorite palettes. I've pulled for them versus forcing myself to use something that I'm just not 100% with. So I don't think I'm going to make myself use this anymore in a you've got to attitude. I'm going to put this into my everyday collection because I do like 4, and I would say that I'd like 6. Like, I really like these 2 grays down here. And it's not that I don't like the black, it's just too dark. And the green, I feel like the green is too dark too. In the past, I have used this, and the green was, the forest deep green was patchy. And so that's just like, I don't even want to mess with that. The browns, I'm not sure why I'm hesitant to use them, but it's just, right now, it's just not. And so I will put this into my everyday collection and know that I'm going to keep it and be okay with just using maybe 6 of them going forward. And then the 4 others are like, you don't have to use ever if you don't want. So I like that answer and that feeling about this palette. And you know, I really loved the champagne shimmer and the 2 gray silver shimmers, and I just feel that it's a good palette for me, and I can use it in a lot, those colors with a lot that I have. So that's what I'm going to do. For now, I'm going to put the citrine back in the collection, and maybe in August, when to me is orange and yellow, and even September and October, maybe those would be a better time to pull it. So with that being said, I am going to use the wheel and select 2 totally new ones, and we're going to try again. We're going to try to use whatever I pick depending on the size of it. So we need to max is 25, and with this one I haven't had it set up. This is just a random one. Okay, so done, and we're going to spin, and if it hits 6 or 17, we'll spin. So here we go. $16. Okay. Spin again. And 1. Okay. Let me go get those. I'll be right back. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so we have number 16, which is this LA Colors Water Lily, and it is a pinky palette, mauve. I would say that this one is kind of a mauve, and this is like a light pink, and this is a shimmer pink. Okay, so 3 shadows. That should be easy. I shouldn't be able to fail this one, right? And then number 1 was something that I have been considering for a couple of years on doing a, pan that palette. And this is the Violet Voss Essentials. Just Essentials, okay. And it is, I have a pan in the Plum Berry, so I really like that color. And I really like this pink a lot. And I think that these two will go wonderfully together. Okay, so just looking at it, what do you think is my problem beginning off with? The black, the cinnamon color, which is like a terracotta, and the shade that's called terracotta because that is an orange, and then the gold and the emerald. So again, I'm faced with the emeralds and the black and similar colors to Lights Out. So this time, I guess I'm going to be forced to wear this. Again, just looking at this palette, I like the cream, the pink, the dusty rose, the plumberry. Those four really like I'm excited about. Those four are definitely like easy, easy, easy. And it's just the rest of that palette. So I'm going to use that. And then this palette, Water Lily, I've used once since I've had it. And it was like, eh. So maybe combined, that'll be really cool. And I'll be able to use them, use all of them, and we'll see. So this was my second go at this, and let's see if I learn anything about myself and my makeup preferences and if I can actually do the challenge. So if that sounds interesting, I hope that next month you come back to see how well I did. So until next time.